Just an internet observation I thought I would let everybody know about. I don't know how many of you have seen this movie. It's a two-part movie, I think, because I watched it in two parts. But, like, both are long, so it's probably a two-part movie. It was produced in part by this ESA, the European Space Agency. And there is an asteroid that's going to pass between the Moon and Earth on its way in 2036. And this asteroid's path will bring it about, I think it's 1,800 kilometers from Earth, and basically thread in between the Earth and the Moon's gravity. And the effects of that, nobody can really predict because we haven't seen it happen yet. But I think this is what the Nibiru whole conspiracy thing will lead into, as far as, you know, the basically the promotion of a visiting body, astral body, into our inner solar system. And because 2036, it's a big one, 1.8 kilometers, I'm not sure, but it's a very big Earth killer. And Impact, this movie, I invite you to go find it, or else try to rent it somewhere, because honestly it was taken off the net. If you do a Google search on Impact the movie, or if you go to IMDb and you do a search on Impact, I don't think you'll find it that easily. It seems to have been a bit of a science briefing more than an actual film for mass audience appeal. I'm not sure. I don't go to theaters, so I don't know, but maybe somebody out there knows if it was promoted. But watch this film and you'll notice it's quite intense, and it definitely has a lot of real science in it. And the whole save the world thing at the end is sort of cheesy, but the fact that in 2036 an asteroid will be passing just above us, and we'll all be able to see it from Earth if we're still here. So that's my movie of the year to look for from 2008, and very difficult to find. But if you find it, watch it, because the European Space Agency, you know, they don't blow smoke, right? You know, back in the 90s, pre-98, 99, when the internet was just starting to become widespread and used by millions of users for the first time, I owned a couple of .coms and got swept up in that. And one was Web Wide Video, Video Wide Web, and fetchandfind.com. Now, those would sound like pretty good names, and Web Wide Video and Video Wide Web were really good names, I thought. But unless you have the power and the ability to finance and start up a company and garner servers time and that kind of thing, your idea just gets swept away. And neither of those names, or any of those names, have actually become anything to hit the news. So, but what I was going to say is that in the 90s, the internet was a lot less filtered, and there was a lot of real good information, and anything that comes up now in the UFO field, or in the secret weapons field, or any of the HARP stuff, or anything like that, you know, John Hutchinson was checking it out in Vancouver back in the 90s, probably on the internet here. And that's the scene, right? Like, William Gibson grew up in Vancouver, or lived here and wrote Cyberpunk or whatever, those books. I never read them, but supposedly they're good. And Necromancer was one of them and stuff. I've never been into reading books because books just form your opinions, but other than that, you know, this is nothing new on the internet. We have to look at what's going on physically around us, and the fact that this ice slide up north in Pemberton has happened it's a change. It's not a road slide. It's not gravel or something. It's a change in the actual structure and the actual ice levels in our mountains, I think. So we will be looking into it, and we'll be keeping an eye on the glaciers in Vancouver, as well as the lions having snow cover and not having snow cover. And this will be our indicator, I guess, to whether or not we're going to have skiing. So this is Steve Digiboy, out. And that's a 1993 cell phone chip ring I made with Kevlar thread.